Hi, this is Andre and Gerda telling you about another bike trip we did in June/July 2023 called the Tree to Sea Loop on the northern part of Vancouver Island. Drove from our house in Kelowna to Vancouver and took a ferry over to Nanaimo, and from where drove to Seward up on the northeastern part of Vancouver Island where we parked our truck.
Good morning. We're on the road again. We're doing about 1,000 kilometers of the Tree to Sea Loop on beautiful Vancouver Island. We have to drive here from Kelowna, about 4 k's to Tsawwassen ferry. Took a ferry over to Nanaimo, took about 2 hours last night. Slept in a small hotel in Nanaimo and drove another 30 kilometers to a small town of Seward on northern Vancouver Island this morning. And here is my beautiful wife, Gerda.
Hello. Morning. Day one. We're going to do 60 kilometers from Seward to Stella Lake Campground. And of course, it's raining. It's Vancouver Island. Sun is shining, but it's raining, but it's beautiful. Okay,
The road used to be paved,
and it is.
not so much anymore. Pretty much washboard. What's paved road with a lot of washboard. As you go. Okay, like good as say. Out! Good morning. This is June 30th, day 2 of our Tree to Sea Loop on northern part of Vancouver Island, 1000k loop, about 14,000 meters. Yesterday we did from Seward to Stella Lake, only 60 k's, but really beautiful. Today we go from Stella Lake to Camel River, another short route, probably about 50 k's, but 800 meters. We had a big climb behind us, probably about 600 meters up and down in a 14k stretch with a fair amount of hiker bike of probably 15 to 20 degrees, which is just too much on our loaded bike. Just want to show you how beautiful it is. We're only about 10 to 15 k's from Camel River on one of the forestry roads. But just beautiful big trees all around us and almost no traffic. And here's my beauty, Gerda.
Good morning. We had a really good campsite last night right on the lake and very protected against the wind. It was really good, and even a little table that somebody made was a very good campsite. The water of the lake was so warm and nice. Yeah, and the road up till here was just very beautiful because we were seeing so many lakes, and we would see so many bays and inlets with the sea connected. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Out.
Thank you, Betty. I'll just show you a little bit more what's around us. So pretty good road. We had some washboard sections. This part is fantastic. And on the way to Camel River for another short day, and then the real tour starts. Cheers for yours. This is Elk Falls Provincial Park. Still on our way to Camel River. And we hit some semi-single track, wide, like more like a double track. But it's just stunning around here. And there's Gerda.
It's so fun.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's day 3. And here is Gerda.
Hi, today it's day 3. We are doing 100 km from Campbell River to Mena Cave, horse camp, and 1,300 meters climbing, and the roads are very good. There were only one section that was very bad, 6 kilometers, very bad. We are now between Campbell Lake and Crystal Lake. So we need to fill up water. Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Yeah, a little bit more of the area. It is stunning. It's a great day. Probably about 20 degrees, so perfect weather. Very little traffic on these remote roads. We're about 67 k's north of Camel River where we started this morning. We've done about 700 meters of climbing, about another 600 meters of climbing, and about 35 days to go. We're having fun. Just another beautiful day in the bike. Cheers for yours. Good morning. We're on day 4. Sunday, July the 2nd. Had a nice Canada day yesterday on the road. We're currently on White River Pass. Our first hike a bike of the day. We've done 62 k's up White River Pass, and just found out it's about another 125 meters elevation gain. Gerda's fighting a bee there, but it's all part of the fun. Probably another 3 k's of hike bike. Just spectacular here. Over and out. Still on White River Pass. We are 2 kilometers from the summit. area that's probably 15 to 20%. Hike the bike for a while, and Mrs. Stuffy coming up here had enough of hiker biking. Say hello. This is hard work. It's supposed to be fun. It's sunny here.
Today is day 5. We cycled from Gold River, where we slept last night in Ridgeview Motel. Gold River is a very beautiful town. And we rode, in total we are going to do 70 kilometers. It's only 1 more kilometer to go to Tashi's. It's probably one of the most beautiful days today. Just the surrounding areas with lots of waterfalls, mountains, 2 big passes. But a third of the road were paved, which was very surprising and very good, especially on the steep sections down, which some of them were 20 degrees. And today we did 1,150 meters of climbing. Yeah, and I think that's it. Out.
Now, our plan was to sleep at the Lion River campsite. We went through it just now and decided to first come to Tashi's. It's only 3.5 kilometers. There's also a RV park, so we might sleep there. We had a fantastic day. We're going to be here till at least tomorrow at 2 p.m, which is in about 24 hours, as we booked with 4 other people a water taxi to take us to Zabelos, the only way to get there. It's about 32k by sea. What we see in front is actually a sea inlet at Tashi's. And this is Tashi's. That's the road we just came into. Towards there is the open ocean. It's an inlet from the, like a fjord. Beautiful mountains. Town of Tashi's sort of stretched out on the waterfront. Right here. And hi Gerda.
Hello.
Oh yeah, we're roughing it. We're in Tashi's. Had a nice 70k ride, 1,200 meters elevation gain, and was gonna camp next to the river. Decided to come 3k's further into town. Camping at the RV campground, nice grass. Met some friends from West Kelowna who camps there, and what a beauty is that. Hello.
Hello.
And we're really roughing it. Yeah, time for a beer. Cheers.
You got a lot tied up inside. Got Jesus on your mind, and a boy that just won't fight. baby, it's a grind. And this your bitter life, where nothing just won't do. The girl pleads, the woman needs a wedding ring. That bird won't sing.
We slept at the RV park in Tassis, and the next morning packed up our campsite, but had to wait till 2 p.m. to get a water taxi to Zabalos. There's a Facebook page on the bikepacking.com website where we could book the water taxi, which costs 400 Canadian dollars up to 4 people, and $450 up to 6 people. And luckily we were 6 people, which obviously brought the cost down. The water taxi was fantastic. We saw a lot of fish and seals, and then stopped at Zabalos, where we booked a cabin for the night, as we were not sure what time we'll arrive here, and the next campsite was at least 3 hours riding from Zabalos.
This is day 5 or 6, July the 5th. My brother's birthday in South Africa. And we started in Zabalos, had a good night's sleep in a cabin. Off day yesterday, took a water ferry from Tarsus to Zabalos. Wasn't sure what time the water ferry is going to finish, so we continued. Oh, we booked the cabin there. We've done a bit more than 50k so far, almost 1,000 meters of climbing. Started climbing almost immediately out of Zabalos. And this is close to Atlock Lake. Just a beautiful, beautiful area. With Gerda on front for the 4 chains. Cheers! Good morning. I'm just going to show you what a beautiful trail we are. And here is Gerda.
Good morning. Today is day 8. Yesterday we rode from Zabalos to Port Alice. It was 124 kilometers, 2,050 meters of elevation. And it took us 9 hours and 30 minutes. It was a tough day. It was a lot of climbing, very hot. But we stopped at Atlock Lake, really beautiful. The whole area is just stunningly beautiful. Today is day 9 and we're on our way to Holberg. Yeah, and that's another 100 k's today. So, out.
Yeah, so we actually combined 2 planned days yesterday. The initial plan was to sleep at Atlock Lake, But then we decided we're quite keen on biking because we took a day off the previous day, coming from Tassie's to Zavella's with a water taxi. We were not sure what time we'll arrive. Today is just up and down, sort of punchy up and downs all the time, so it's going to be a slow day. But it is just absolutely stunning, beautiful. We're right next to the inlet of Port Alice, already for the last 15 k's, not to the end of it yet. And we're basically next to the ocean inlets almost all the whole day to Holberg. Over and out.
We slept in Holberg last night and biked 20 k's to Cape Scott Provincial Park, and this is the pathway to the sea. There's Andre.
Yeah, beautiful here. We had a nice, relative easy ride, about 21 k's. Slept in very small cabins called adventure cabins at Holberg, at the restaurant and pub. So it's basically 2 bunk beds with a mattress, small fridge. There's a heater, which we didn't need, and you use your own bedding. Very neat concept. So we booked there for 2 nights, staying there tonight. Today's so half day. We're only going to do about 42-45 k's, about 500 meters of climbing in total. So unfortunately, we're not allowed to bike on this beautiful trail, so we have to hike. I think it's about 2 kilometers to San Joseph Bay, and we just want to go and see what it's all about there. All right, see you later.
Okay.
Good morning. It's about day 12, 11, 12, something like that. It's somewhere in July 2023, I think.
July 8th, I think.
Okay, we just came back from up from Holberg, had a big climb, the first 3 kilometers, about 250 meters. Climbed about 600 meters so far, the first 10 k's, up to 20 k's now, a little bit flatter. On our way to Port Hardy. And this is, what's the lake's name?
Nakamasa.
Nakamasa Lake. Let's call it Nakamasa. Must be in Japan. Anyway, we're making a quick coffee break. Gerda is having her fantastic breakfast. Show us your breakfast, Gerda. Ooh, big spender, big spender. 7-Eleven special.
That's all that was open.
Anyway, that is the beautiful view in front of us. It's about 8:30 in the morning. We started before 7 and it's awesome.
Our initial plan was to ride from Holberg to Port Hardy, but we got to Port Hardy early in the afternoon and then decided to continue up to Port McNeill. We rode about 90 k's with 1100 meters of elevation gain, slept in a hotel in Port McNeill and had some time to walk around and just enjoy the beautiful West Coast.
Good morning, this is the day 12 of our route. We stopped on the Nimkish River where it goes into Nimkish Lake. Quite a long bridge here. And there towards Nimkish Lake, popular lake for windsurfing and kiteboarding.
From Port McNeill we rode to Telegraph Cove, which is a resort community, had some coffee and takeaway lunch, and then we rode on to Bonanza Lake with just a spectacular campground. We were actually alone in the campground, had some time to just hang around, had to hang our food in a bear bag in a tree, as well as filtered some water. Another great day. Only 65 kilometers and about 1,000 meters of elevation gain.
Good morning, we are on day 12. On our way to Vos. Gerda will give a detail. Still just absolute spectacular around us. And I'm gonna get going. Hi, girl.
Bonanza Lake itself. It was really beautiful. It was one of the most beautiful campsites. And we are on our way to Naka Creek, which is about 90 kilometers. We already did 16 and we're on our way to Voss. We are going to climb 1,400 meters. Yeah, second day 12. This is a really beautiful road. Lots of up and downs, but not very steep.
A bit of a honey hop.
Yeah.
Bunny hop. Over a tree trunk.
Okay, out.
Ooh, look out. Yeah, so this is just showing a trail again. A few smaller tree trunks in the way, but so far nothing we couldn't just bunny hop over. And I'll show a little bit of navigation. Garmin inReach on the left, satellite, which we used just for emergencies. Luckily never needed it. And we're getting back to the highway which we have to cross, so over for now. We're still on our way to Voss, W-O-S-S, which will be our last. It's a very small town, but there's a grocery store. And our last supplies for the next about 130 kilometers to Sayward at the end of a trip where we parked our truck. We've done about 880 kilometers so far of 1,000 kilometers, about 120 or 130 left. Had a great trip, sailed down the way that we did. Longest day was 125 kilometers with more than 2,000 meters. But the average day was less than 100 kilometers, probably less than 6 or 7 hours per day, which is a relaxed pace compared to the Tour de Ride last year. We had a great trip, fantastic camping, stayed 3 nights in a hotel, 3 nights in cabins. Good morning.
Good morning. We slept last night at Naka Creek campground, and that was on the ocean, a popular spot to watch whales, and it is in the Johnson Strait.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very beautiful. And today it's day 13, and we are on our way to our car where it is at Sayward. So we've already done 15 k's of 400 meters of climbing, and we still had about 800 meters to climb for the rest of the 65 kilometers. yeah, it was very windy last night at the campground, and lots of people there, but it's really a beautiful spot. And this looks like the Lord of the Rings to me. This is the Adam River, and Eve campground is 2 kilometers back. And I also feel like there must be some hippos or something in the river, but it's not. So, out.
Yep, I think the trip is getting a little bit long there. I didn't see any hippos yet, but probably there must be one in Canada somewhere, except for the Calgary Zoo.
It looks like somewhere in Africa.
But this is stunning. Just beautiful trees. Actually, for a surprising good road surface. The Adam Main Road, logging road. But that's probably going to change soon to a more regular rough stuff. But that's why we're here.
Can you make a video? That's how we get water from a very high bridge.
A rock. 2 water bottles. And 2 ropes. One was too short.
Let's see how high it is.
Need to access, huh?
Right there. Okay.